There's 8 billion people in the world, and 8 billion ways to see it, to shape it, bite it, turn it, expand it.
Hello, we'd like to ask where the money's going. About the fraud that's taking place here in Minnesota.
I don't think any is enabling fraud to happen.
Hold Governor Walz accountable for this.
What was this money spent on? 1.26 million. What was that about? There aren't any kids.
Answer the question. Are there children? There's no children inside this building. Potential.
I don't see how this could go well at all. I don't see how walking into daycare centers can end well. Asking where the children, where's the money, could go well at all. This is anyway. This is definitely reactionary.
Actually, the largest fraud scandal in U.S. history is taking place in Minnesota, as literally billions of dollars have been funneled through Somali-ran fraudulent businesses. So much fraud, it could actually almost replace the entire GDP of Somalia. These fraudsters have worked hand in hand with the Minnesota government as they enabled billions of dollars to be given to fraudulent businesses underneath welfare purposes. Some of this money eventually
My thing is this: the only reason that this is being highlighted is because the people that are doing it are Somalian, or Somali, excuse me, not Somalian, Somali. How many times do we hear about white people committing welfare fraud? This is a weird. This is a crazy place to stop the video. Wow.
in the hands of terrorist groups in Somalia like the Al-Shabaab, and others enrich themselves all at the U.S. taxpayers' expense. And in this video, we will break down all of the fraud from start to finish, from going to the fraudulent businesses and confronting the people who are making millions of dollars from the government. And
oh, come on. That bullshit AI video of people throwing money in the air. I think a lot of this has to do with like these expose videos of people that are like nefariously using taxpayer money. A lot of it has to do with like people being jealous that they didn't think about it first. Remember like all the PPP loans, and like now people are getting caught, and people, they're like, well, so and so is arrested for PPP fraud. Yeah. So I don't think anyway.
We will also be confronting the incompetent government leaders who let this fraud happen. And to make this happen, I met up with a man who's been doing his own investigation for years now, as he has seen the fraud firsthand. His name is David.
Wait a minute. Are you telling me you just met up with some motherfucker on the street that's been doing his own investigation? What does that mean? I met up with this guy who's been doing his own investigation. What does that entail? You listen, these people are shit. It's not even funny.
Be prepared to be shocked. How deep is this fraud here inside of Minnesota?
It is far worse than anybody can imagine. You heard it's 7 to 10 billion and maybe more, and now the numbers have been revised and put out there publicly that they think it's more like 8 billion. How I got involved is that where my office...
Can we fact check this? Hold on. Can we fact check this? Let's see. What is the fraud? How much monetarily fraud is going on in Minnesota? All right. So this says about $9 billion. It could exceed $9 billion. That's a ton of money. But anyway,
is here in Minneapolis. I'm sort of in the heart of all of this fraud. And I would see these childcare centers. I said, well, there aren't any kids there. It's the middle of the day. And all I see are a couple of guys standing out front smoking. And then I go by another daycare. And
you don't think it's weird that you, a grown man with better things to do, are driving around Minnesota looking at childcare centers, wondering where the kids are? You don't think that's weird? Anyway,
I'd see the same thing. I said, well, where do these kids play? And so I started to go online and look, and
where do these kids play? Bro, you are a man that's pushing, it looks like you're either in your 60s or your 70s, driving around Minnesota, looking at childcare centers, wondering where the kids are and where do they play. My nigga, that is a red fucking flag. Go get help. No, don't get help. Go to jail, motherfucker.
I said, this place is licensed for 80 children. They had 0 children. Every time I went by there, they never had a single child there. Then I started to see all these transportation companies.
Bro, how many times are you going by these childcare centers? Yo, this is not normal. That behavior is not normal. Going by childcare centers when you don't have a child there, wondering where the children are and where the children play is not normal. And even look at this nigga's face, bro. Look at his face right here. He's like, yo, what did I get myself into?
Going around, and it was always a Somali driver. And I said, well, that's great. They're out there transportation contributing, but they never had a passenger, never, ever once. And I said, well, what is all this transportation? What are they doing? So then I found out they have something called non-emergency medical transportation. So this is going to the dentist's office.
They have that everywhere. In New York, they call it Accessoride, right? You could schedule for some, it's part of Medicare, Medicaid, right? You can schedule somebody to pick up and take you to doctor's appointments and things like that. It's not just a Minnesota thing. The fact that this is the perfect example of somebody not minding their fucking business. Like this is the perfect example of it. Like somebody seeing something and reading way too deep into it because they're not included in it. Like this guy saw black people, Somalis, and was like, why do they have daycare centers opening? Where are the kids? Why are the kids not there? Where do the kids play? Why are these people driving? Why don't they have passengers? Bro, get a life. You are way too fucking nosy, my nigga. You are way too nosy.
Therapy, whatever it might be. And I said, well, how many of these companies are there? And the research came back that there are 1,020 of them, and more than 800 of them Somali owned. Nobody from the state of Minnesota ever cross-checks to see if any rides were ever actually provided. All they did was write the check.
So right here, we have all this paperwork. And how are you getting all this information about the fraud?
A lot of it is through my own research. And then I have some contacts at the Capitol going back many.
I need to know, when he says a lot of it is through my own research, I need to know what that research entails. I need to know what that research, how he comes about, because it could be just like, oh, I'm pulling shit out of my ass, literally or figuratively. I listen. I don't trust this.
Many years, and so the data that I'm getting is 100% accurate, coming directly from research done by people at the state capitol.
All this paperwork right here, what are we looking at?
The areas of fraud that I have numbers for are mostly related to childcare. This is massive fraud that is beyond anyone's imagination, the scope. And so, for example, there's a childcare not far from here in Minneapolis that has two child cares listed at the same address. And together they're licensed supposedly for 120 children. I have never seen a single child there ever. And I've been by that place at least 100 times.
These Somali.
Why are you going by these childcare facilities, dude? I need to know his background. What's his background like? He is so hyper focused on children. Yo.
These groups are setting up these daycares, these childcare centers, getting money from the government.
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it, just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44, a complete AI creation platform. Describe what you
But there's no kids.
No kids. Never had any of them. They're all fraught with violations. And even though they have these violations, they're still in operation and they're still getting money. And it's millions of dollars for every one of them every year.
And who's getting the money from?
So we have a thing called CCAP. It's a blend of federal and state money. The bottom line is it's taxpayer money. So it's state money and it's federal money. And the problem is the people.
This seems to be he seems to have a problem with Somalis getting money from the government for providing a service. Like, this is the type of shit that could get somebody sued, right? Like, you own and operate a business, and these guys come and they just start making up these nefarious claims based on things that they see. His research seems to be based on shit that he sees, not anything that he knows. Like, it seems to be based off of just like, oh, I drove by this daycare center and I don't see any kids. First of all, depending on when this video was made, there's a lot that could go into this. If it's made around the holiday season, maybe the daycare center is closed. Maybe no one's there. Was it filmed around Ramadan? I don't know. It's the Somali community is majority Muslim community. So there's a lot of different things that could be going on that no kids are at the daycare. But I digress. This sounds weird as hell. He sounds weird as hell. And this whole situation seems nefarious, like a hit piece.
Both the state of Minnesota are the ones writing the checks. This is kind of the maddening thing is you have daycare, so you have adult daycare, and then you have child care, and then you have health care. And a lot of these same names keep coming up on all of these different types of businesses. And then, of course, we have the transportation. A lot of those same names appear, a lot of the same addresses. There's one building that has 14 Somali healthcare companies at the same address. There's another building in St. Paul that has 22 Somali healthcare businesses at the same address.
And the government knows about this.
The government knows they're writing the checks. Yeah, the Democrats over there writing the checks. What has happened is that the Somali community is a very closed community.
See, that comment just there makes me automatically not trust what this guy is saying. The Democrats, what does it matter what political party? If you're about fiscal conservatism, right? What does it matter what party is doing it? I'm sure there are Republicans fraught all throughout that are approving things, but his hyper focus is on Democrats. Automatically makes me think that this is some bullshit.
They will not speak to anyone outside the community and talk about what's going on within the community. And so when you're a politician, you're saying, look, I've got 100,000 people in Minnesota that if I do something for the community, they're going to vote for me.
God forbid a community doesn't want to talk to a man who's driving around looking at daycare centers and wondering where kids play at. God forbid. God forbid. Why won't these people talk to me? I just want to know where their kids play. What a fucking weirdo.
And that's what it's all about, is getting the votes. And then the people here in Minnesota, you hear this term, Minnesota nice. I'm so sick of that term. The people here are so afraid of being called a racist or an Islamophobe. And they're afraid of their own shadow. And I don't understand. This is our future generations are going to have to pay for all this fraud. And they just want to bury their heads in the sand and go on and just not worry about it. Tim Walz saying there's organized crime in Minnesota. What did he do about it? Nothing. You got organized crime? What are you doing? This is the Minnesota law, which mandates that anyone who's a state employee must report that fraud. It's Minnesota Statute 3.971, Subdivision 9. Not only that, but Walz is also guilty of misconduct of a public employee. When I look at the world as a whole and I look at fraud, the Twin Cities is ground zero. The fraud is worse here than anywhere else ever in history.
So how does, I mean, like, okay, so if a state employee has to report fraud, that has to come from somewhere, right? You have to be able to approve that. You can't just pull it out of your ass and say that the fraud is happening if there's no fraud happening. That's not how any of this works. So nobody is, this seems like just a gigantic hit piece, like nonsense.
Anywhere.
We're going to go confront these people. We're going to go to these daycare centers. We're going to see what's actually happening.
Okay, so we have to be careful because these people are very violent. They're exceptionally violent.
So two white men hyping each other up about going to daycare centers and looking for kids and money. Yeah, this is gonna end great.
Now, with all of David's evidence, we headed out to the streets of Minneapolis to see how much fraud we could uncover in one afternoon. Where are we going now?
We're going to a place called Mako Child Care, which actually has another child care registered at the same address called Mini Child Care Center.
So we should see lots of children if there's this child care center, especially if there's two.
The two of them.
Bro, the focus on children, bro. Yo. We're getting ready to go to these child care centers and look for these kids. You have no claim over any of these children. None of these children are yours. The focus on looking at kids and going to child care centers and finding kids is so odd.
Combined our license for 120.
And how much money have these child care centers received?
None of those vans have moved in 6 months. None of them. In 2020, one of them received 1.3 million. In 2021, they got 987,000. In 2022, they got 714,000. That's the last I have for that one. And then the other one, 1.604 million in fiscal year 2025. Fiscal year 2024, they got about 800,000. And in fiscal year 2023, they got $904,059. This place right here. Yes.
We're outside of it.
Well, this is actually two daycares are registered here. One of them is Mako, which you see on this sign. The other one is Mini Child Care Center. And between the two of
these two dudes really just pull up to a daycare center. If my kid was at this daycare center and these two men came looking for kids and wanted to know where the kids are, I'd flip my shit.
These, every facility you go to, the windows will be blocked out so you can't see in.
Why do you need to see in? Why do you need to, I have never seen a daycare center where you can actually actively see in. That is common standard practice for a lot of daycare centers to have windows where you can't see in because it's a safety measure. Nobody wants some guy that's walking around looking into a daycare center looking at kids because it's a daycare center. Do these people, I don't know, man. Do these people not have kids? What's the issue here? Daycare centers have a ton of security because there's weirdos like these two that go to these daycare centers and either want to stir up problems. There's all sorts of family dynamics that go into it. And look at these people, they have the doors locked as it should be, and they have a camera. That's how it is. That's how daycares operate. And of course, you're not able to look in. That's not a fraud thing. That's a safety thing.
And the child care center is locked. Should we ring the doorbell? Try to get in, rang the doorbell. Nobody showed up. They're open 7 days a week, 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. it says here on their sign, yet there's absolutely nobody here. And this building here, right here, has generated millions of dollars, and it seems like business isn't even open right now, and it's a weekday. And if this was a daycare center, it wouldn't just be...
Okay, so there's a myriad of different reasons why they might not have come to the door. The main one being, we know that these two men have no children here, and we're not even going to answer the door. They have no business being here.
Be in some industrialized building, there'd be maybe like a playground or something outside, or
There's no play area for the kids. So where are the kids? Where's anybody?
You don't know that there's no play area inside, right? This is Minnesota. It's snowing outside. It's cold. There could be a myriad of places inside that those kids could be playing. I don't understand what the issue is here. This sounds like jealousy. This sounds like, oh, why are these people able to make this money and I'm not able to? I need to see what they're up to. This is like the epitome of not minding your fucking business.
Seen a single child here. In 9 years, I've never seen a single child.
Did somebody just go into the building? Somebody just walked right into the building. Oh my God.
At this building, right there.
oh, then now it looks like we already got the Somalis coming through.
Yeah, they're coming. The word's out.
Hello, is this your daycare?
Monday.com, the opposite of any work platform we tried in the past. We tried other work management platforms, not naming names.
No, can you tell us why there are no children? Have you ever seen children at this child care center?
I'm not sure. I don't know.
Doesn't know if she's ever seen a child here.
That is so odd. Accosting a random childcare worker, a daycare center worker, asking her where the children are. Yo, these people are wild. Call the cops, bro.
All right, let's go to the next location. And the fraud only gets more from here. Make sure you stay till the very end of this video to see exactly how much fraud we find by the time we are done. And before we go to the next location, I want to show you something super interesting about the flags of Minnesota. And here in Minnesota, if you take a look at the Minnesota state flag, they recently changed it, and it very much so resembles the flag of Somalia. And really quick, I want to tell you guys about the sponsor of this video, Opus Clip.
It looks nothing like the flag of Somalia. It doesn't look anything like the flag of Somalia.
What used to just be an AI clipper has now become the most powerful AI growth tool for creators. Right now, over 10 million creators and businesses have used Opus Clip to help them gain over 60 billion views. I've used Opus, and I've even had my friends use it, and it helped my one friend with nearly just 100 followers get a video up to 30,000 views. And it's super simple to use. All you do is you upload a video or copy a YouTube link, and Opus will do the rest, and it'll come out with tons of viral shorts for you then to choose from. And Opus just came out with their new AI editor 3.0 that comes with smarter auto framing, better virality scoring, and new captions. And I've said it before, but Opus is so simple that even my mom can use it.
And if I can use it, I know you can use it.
And right now, for you guys watching this video, Opus is going to hook you.
Does this guy travel with his mother? A grown man.
You guys up with a sweet deal. You'll get 1 week free and 3 months at 50% off. All I have to do is go to the link in the description of this video or go to the pinned comment down below and use code the video. Now we're going to the next daycare center. How much money has this one generated?
This one in fiscal year 2025, $1,042,059 in.
Okay, so I get it now. This guy's research, quote unquote, is based off of him pulling up government contracts, which is public information, and pulling up random codes and random laws for the state of Minnesota, and just bullshit after after that. Now, honestly, there seems to be some fraud going on, but what these two are doing are absolutely insane, especially when it comes to children. And the number of children, that looks like that's based off of him driving past there. There's no way he knows what children are registered or go to these places. That's not public information.
Fiscal year 2024, $1,059,078, and in fiscal year 2023, $727,336.
This next one is literally 1 block away, and this one's also generated nearly $3 million in the past 3 years. Let's see if there's any children. Let's see if any of the buildings are open. Here we go. Drive to ABC Learning Center. All the windows are blacked out. Let's see if anybody is here.
The complaint that the windows are blacked out is what gets me, because The windows are blacked out, so strangers and weirdos like these two can't look into a daycare center. As a parent, I want a daycare center that has black windows or windows where you can't see. That's just how it should be. It makes sense to do that. And then they're complaining that the doors are locked. Daycare centers have their doors locked for a reason. So weirdos with cameras don't come in and get video of kids.
This door is locked.
This facility is licensed for 40 children. 0 children. I've come by this place 100 times. I've never seen a child here, ever. The only thing I've ever seen is someone standing outside smoking.
What's crazy about this is that
He keeps driving past these places and complaining that he doesn't see children. As a parent, like if you're a parent, doesn't that sound really fucking weird? That this old man that should have better things to do and better uses of his time keeps driving past daycare centers, wondering where the kids are. And then he has his buddy here with his camera going up to the daycare centers, complaining that they can't look in and that the doors are locked. This is some crazy shit. If anyone else were to do anything like this, the cops would be called.
last daycare center is that green building right there. And the other daycare center right now is right here. These buildings should be operating as they're receiving literally millions of dollars. I knocked on the door and surprised somebody actually answered the door. Hello? Can we speak? I would like to check a child in the daycare. Can I speak to a manager? Where can I get paperwork to file for my son? I wanted to put my son Joey in daycare. And after a few questions, the lady went silent. Looks like little Joey Shirley ain't going to daycare here. And now where are we going?
Now we're going to Sweet Angel Childcare.
We're in the middle of a strip mall here inside of this neighborhood.
In fiscal year 2025, this facility, which says it's licensed for 74 kids, was paid $1.26 million in tax money. And there are no kids. And all the facilities are the same way, all of them.
Let's see if anyone opens.
Yeah, let's see.
Once again, I try to find a spot for my son Joey, and they would not open the door. I want to put my son Joey in daycare. Cuz I need a spot to put my son Joey. Is this your daycare center?
No, I work there. What's happening?
I just want to put a child in daycare, but all the daycare centers seem to be closed. No one's opening the doors.
You work here?
I was, yeah. What's happened?
Where are the kids?
Yeah.
It says it's licensed for 74 children. Right here, state of Minnesota. Where are the kids? They got paid $1.26 million in fiscal year 2025. It says they're cap.
Yo, that's crazy. It's some crazy ass shit. Walking up to a daycare worker, where are the kids? Where are the kids? Yo. 911 immediately. Some old ass man with a camera and some dude with blacked out shades walking up to a daycare center asking where the kids are. I got something for you. I'll show you where the kids are. Hold on, stay right here. 911. I got two men with paperwork and they're at the daycare center asking me about children. One of them has a camera and a microphone. I need somebody here to talk to them. Click.
But capacity for 74 children.
When?
Where are the kids? Right here. State of Minnesota website. You work here and you don't know?
I don't know. I was there before. I don't know what's going on.
Were there any kids when you worked here?
He's there. Kids there.
How many?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Yeah.
You worked here. Okay, well, then you're not of any help.
Can I put my son in a daycare here?
No, I don't know.
Can I speak to someone?
No, I don't know.
No? Yeah, I would like to see if I can put my son Joey here.
Who's your son, Joey?
My son Joey. Can I check out daycare center?
I'm not my son. No. You're a liar. I'm the owner.
Do you put your kid here in this daycare?
No.
There is one child in there. Yeah, I'd like to know if this is a legit business.
Me, I'm scared of you too. How come I explain everything?
You're scared of me?
Yeah.
Why?
Because of your curry.
Because of my color. You said you're scared of me because of my color. Does that make you a racist?
Yeah, no.
But
No,
you,
no.
you said you're scared of me because of my color.
I'm not saying you're racist.
You said you're scared of me because of my color. That makes you a racist. So right now
This is my
they're all
tax
getting
money.
mad because he's showing the
I
paperwork
don't
of
know
this
that.
business being registered as a business. 74 children,
I've
no
lived my whole
children.
life
We
here.
saw one child when the lady opened up the door.
So
But now
where did
they're
this
all
money
getting
go?
mad.
What was this money?
These people are clearly trying to protect the children, or that children that are there. They don't know who these people are. They're coming up to them with this paperwork, asking where the children are, knowing how many children should be in there. And if you look, you see this lady right here with the hijab and the face covering. She's trying to direct them like away from the building because she started the conversation like in front of the door, and then she's like moving more towards because she wants to get them away from the building. The dude already said that there's children in there, right? There's at least one child in there. It just seems like really, it seems like for them, it's like, yeah, okay, let's have this conversation away from the kids because we don't know what you're doing. We don't know what you're about. And this is really weird.
Spent on the kids.
Ask the owner and the kids.
Well, then why are you talking
That's
for the
not my
owner
proof.
if you're
That's
telling me
not
to
my
talk
proof.
to the owner?
I'm sorry. I'm not understand what you're talking about.
Do you have a child here?
No.
Does anybody?
No.
Where are the 74 kids? Did you lose them? Did you lose these kids? Do I need to call someone? Do I need to issue an Amber Alert for missing children? Are these children missing? It's not my business that children are missing. 74 infants and toddlers.
It's not my business. It's not your business. 100% correct. Thank you, sister.
Preschool.
The proof's right there. There's no children anywhere.
It's from the state of Minnesota right here.
I think we're moving on to the next location. Have a good day.
Okay.
I wanted the word
Somali and I
cuppa
was
as a
there.
cup of tea. I thought
I've been like, yo, don't.
it would be great to
I
mix
don't-
with hug. When I saw the domain was available, I was like, I'm taking it. I'm trading.
As we continue to show the blatant fraud that was taking place here in Minnesota, Somalis started following us around.
How do you know that there's blatant fraud? You're trying to get into anyway. Listen, y'all.
Around the city. And now we're being followed by the Somalis. This is another daycare center. Absolutely no signage. Prints in the snow of children playing outside. $5 million within the past
5.9 million in 2 years. 5.9 million they received in 2 years. That facility right there.
And now we have a group of Somalis telling us in our vehicle right now. From this daycare center, we headed over to the infamous Quality Learning Center, which actually spells Quality Leering Center on the outside of their sign. Blatant this fraud is here at this daycare.
Don't open up!
So this is Quality Leering Center. I meant to say Quality Learning Center.
Don't open
They
up!
said they spelt learning wrong.
Don't open up!
How do you have ice here, ma'am? I'm literally a YouTuber.
Don't open up!
Ma'am, what do you think about the fraud that's taking place here in Minnesota?
Don't open up! We have ice!
And what do you think about this place being licensed for 99 children
Don't open up!
and getting $4 million
Don't
over
open
the
up! It's ice!
$4 million in the last 2 years?
Go away!
What do you think about that? Are you in
Go
favor?
away!
Are you in favor of that?
Go away!
You know where
You're
the-
not welcome here.
Are you-
Shame on you.
Are you in favor of going illegally,
Don't open up!
fraudulently to this business that has Quality Learning Center but can't even spell learning right on the door?
Don't open up!
Ma'am, we are not ICE.
I don't care who you are. You don't belong here.
I belong here just like you belong here.
Don't open up! It's ice!
You do realize that there's supposed to be 99 children in here at this building, but there's no one here. This is a
State of
child daycare
Minnesota
center.
says 99 children. Paid $1.9 million this year in CCAP funding. Do you know where the children are? Were they kidnapped? They run away? Where are the children? This is state of Minnesota. Right here.
And who are you?
My name's Nick Shirley, ma'am.
And who are
They got 1.5 million of your tax money for 99 children. We just want to know where are the kids?
Right.
Where are the children?
I don't see them. I've been here since 2017. I haven't seen anybody like
Never
that
seen
here.
a child here.
No, not at all.
And so you've
Many
never
years.
seen a child here. And how is that?
You're asking some random guy on the street if he's anyway. Honestly, how often do you guys look for children when you're going about your daily business? I don't know.
Feel knowing that this place is receiving
Disgusting.
$1.9 million.
Disgusting. Yeah, it's just, I've never seen nobody here at all
So how long have you been living here?
since 2017, 2018.
You've never seen a single child walk in that building.
No, not at all.
So this daycare center is literally just a place to traffic money. $1.9 million just this year alone. And this guy's been living here for 8 years, seeing a single child walk through those doors. There's no windows either.
No.
And the only window they do have, the door, is blacked out.
Yep, I see that. I've never seen anybody go in there.
Within just a few hours, we nearly approached $20 million in fraud, and we headed over to George Floyd's neighborhood to expose more.
I'm not watching any more of that. I can't. Now they talk about George. We're going to George Floyd's neighborhood. Oh, okay, here we go. Y'all, we have to use media. We have to be media literate when it comes to this type of shit, bro. Because I mean, you could see like the gag in this. It's some bullshit. Anyway, enjoy. Have a good evening.